can see the title of this video and what I just showed in the beginning, yes, we are talking about The Batman, directed by Matt Reeves. Now, we do know some things that just came out relatively over the weekend about The Batman, test screenings and that stuff. And I'm going to talk a lot about that as well, but also my hopes about this film when it comes out in March. Fingers fucking crossed. Alright, guys, let's get into it. So, the test footage, well, it's not even a footage, it's not test footage, it's a test screening, literally. We know CinemaCon just happened, so they showed some stuff at CinemaCon about the Batman. I think it was more of a mixture of the trailer that we got at DC Fandom, which was like a teaser trailer, but then they mixed it in with actual footage of or like behind the scenes footage. But we're talking about these test screenings of the film. And we got the runtime that was screened, which was right about 3 hours, they said. I think it was a 3-hour cut. And it's been overwhelmingly positive, as I hope it would be, but I want to just break down the top 3 things I just want to see in this Batman film and what I really want to see from Matt Reeves, Robert Pattinson, Paul Dano, and Zoey Kravitz as all these characters that I love and known for a long ass time. So let's get into number 1. One of the things is I just want this film to be drastically different from any on-screen Batman that we've ever seen. Whether that means this one's even more brutal, rated R Batman film, bloody, gory. What I was reading, taking back from the notes that I got from the test footage or the test screenings, is that it is a horror type bloody film, and that's what I want. And we haven't seen that much in a Batman film. We haven't seen the horror aspects. We got one little tiny part with Ben Affleck's Batman in BVS when the cop was going to pursue the one thug that Batman like chained up in the corner, and we saw that kind of like creepy Batman in the shadows corner, which was pretty cool. We got a little bit of that, but I want a full film like that. That's what I want to have. I like to say it like this. I like to see the villain's perspective of Batman, and every villain that we know is usually scared of Batman, and so I want to see that, and that's one of the biggest things I really want to have, like, to myself, like watching this film, is that I want to see the horror, I want to see bloody, I want to see Batman being scary, and I want to just have this film be drastically, this universe, this whatever you want to call it, iteration of the character be completely different than Ben Affleck's Batman, Christian Bale's Batman, Michael Keaton's Batman. I just want something completely different. From the looks of what we were hearing and what we've seen so far, it does look like that. Number 2, I really want them to dive in the detective aspect of Batman. We got a bit of it in the Dark Knight trilogy, you guys know, but nothing really heavily on it. And we heard so many things about Matt Reeves who really wants to dive into the noir detective version of the character. So I really want to see that. Obviously, I want my action. I want fucking badass Batman kicking ass, everything like that. I really want that, and I know we're probably definitely going to get that, I hope. But I want to see more of Batman being smarter and being, like, smarter than the average cop in the room. I want to see that, and I feel like we haven't really got that yet on screen, and that's why I really hope we do get that in this film. Now, number 3 for me is a very, after I was hearing the test reactions and that, it's something very interesting and what I want to see. Now, we heard that Zoey Kravitz is incredible as Catwoman. People are saying it's their favorite Catwoman out of Anne Hathaway and Michelle Pfeiffer. And we're hearing Paul Dano is fucking incredible as the Riddler. Scary, creepy, fucking crazy. That's awesome to hear. Now, one of the things that I want to see is what Robert Pattinson's been talking about that himself. And what we've been hearing is that this film really does show the emotional side of Bruce Wayne. Now, no matter what, I love Ben Affleck's Bruce Wayne. I love Christian Bale's Bruce Wayne. But what I've been hearing, and I hope it's really true, guys, is that we're going to be able to resonate and relate more to this Bruce Wayne than any other Bruce Wayne shown on screen before. As you guys could say, every Bruce Wayne that's been shown so far is like that rich playboy type. You have always 3 characters to Bruce Wayne Batman. You have the rich playboy actor type Bruce Wayne. Then you actually have the Bruce Wayne that is broken inside and Batman without the suit on. And then you have Batman. But from what we're hearing and from what Robert Pattinson said and what like all these tests, these critics or whatever people that got to view the film earlier for the test, they're saying the same thing that I kind of always wanted, and we're just going to see a lot of the emotional side of Bruce Wayne. And Robert Pattinson said this Batman and this Bruce Wayne's got anger issues and he's got to learn how to deal with them. Now, we know that there is no killing in this. We've heard that from the test screenings that Batman does not kill. That is straight out there. So for those people that hated Affleck's Batman because he killed, don't worry about it. He's not going to be, Robert Pattinson's Batman's not going to be killing, but it looks like he's going to be brutal as fuck. But one of the things is that what Robert Pattinson was saying is that this Bruce Wayne is very broken, which almost all Bruce Waynes are, but we're really going to see that emotional side, and this is a very emotional story, and that's what you guys know I love about Man of Steel, a very emotional, heavily film that you get to actually relate to Superman and Clark and that's what I love, and that's what I want to see in a Batman film that I feel like hasn't been done that up to that kind of par yet, and that's what I really want to see. And if Robert Pattinson's saying these things, and I believe him, I don't know why he would just say that, but you can kind of a little bit get that vibe from the teaser trailer. Now, when DC Fandom comes out, I guarantee we're going to get another trailer for the Batman. It comes out in March of 2022, hopefully. So, I mean, hopefully we get another trailer, but that's what I really want. Those are the top 3 things I want to see in the Batman film directed by Matt Reeves. Now, a couple things I do want to note is some of the test screening reactions. Like I said, Paul Dano's Riddler, I'm actually really excited to see the Riddler hopefully done correctly. As much as people give Jim Carrey shit for the Riddler, I had fun with him in Batman Forever. Batman Forever, I could actually watch. Batman and Robin, I can't. I could watch it, but fucking not, like, and I've been always a fan of the Riddler, especially in the Arkham games, guys. Like, that kind of Riddler is what I kind of want to see in this film, and I think that's what we're going to get, but even a little bit more edgier. For Zoey Kravitz as Catwoman, I've heard nothing but good things for her, and I'm actually really excited. I heard there's this relationship between Bruce and Selina that they're actually going to be, by the way, I'll put spoilers in the thumbnail, so if you guys don't want to hear this, but there's a relationship where it's like, if you don't want to do what I do, get out. Like, that kind of relationship, that seems really cool and interesting. I heard nothing about Colin Farrell's Penguin. I heard he's not in the film that much, though, but he is. Nothing about Carmine Falcone. I do think the one, Peter Sarsgaard, I fucking know how to say it, or Sarsgaard, I forgot how to say it, but he's playing a DA, and I do want to theorize, speculation, you guys. I have a feeling that this DA is going to become Two-Face. Now, I don't think we're going to get the Harvey Dent Two-Face. I think this DA, I forgot what his name is. I think it's like Joe Coslin or something like that. I don't know. But he posted something very questionable on his Instagram a while ago, and he was getting a haircut, and it was half buzz and then half left. I don't know. And he's also a DA. I don't know. It might be fucking... I have a feeling that we're going to get Two-Face. One of the biggest things I do want to talk about real quick, and this is the last thing I really want to talk about with this video, is that they say the people are saying that there's a big what the fuck moment at the end of the film, and it does set up for more films to come. Now, listen, the average movie thing these days is a trilogy. You guys know the Dark Knight trilogy, the Lord of the Rings trilogy, the Captain America, Iron Man, Thor trilogy. Well, Thor's getting 4 films. I would honestly, from how it's sounding, why not just keep going? If you, listen, a trilogy is a perfect thing. It won't get boring or anything. You got a beginning chapter, middle chapter, and an end chapter. Look at how good the Dark Knight trilogy did. But if you have Robert Pattinson, who's still on the younger side, and you want to explore all these storylines, these rogues galleries, all these villains that you want to try out on screen, it doesn't have to be all crammed into 3 films. I'm just saying, you could make a lot more films than just 3 with Robert Pattinson's Batman. I would honestly be down for that. I would like to have a series of Batman films, like maybe 5. Say 5. of Robert Pattinson's Batman. Got a text. Robert Pattinson's Batman and like his journey. We know he's in year 2 of being Batman, so he's got a long fucking way. I would honestly love to see him grow through the Batman character and then maybe at the end become the part where Ben Affleck's Batman, that age and that how he's just tired of being it. That's what I would like to see. We got that kind of in the Dark Knight trilogy. We did. We had that Dark Knight Returns vibe in the Dark Knight Rises, guys. But I feel like with 5 films, it really, there's nothing, it won't get old. And I know that I have a feeling, I think he signed up for a trilogy, so that's good. I heard there's some behind the scenes drama. I don't know if that's true or false. You guys heard the rumors with Matt Reeves and them too. Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson not getting along. I personally think it's bullshit. But besides the point, I'd be down for a series of 5 Robert Pattinson, Matt Reeves Batman films. If the stories are there and you really want to see his character progress, it's Batman, it's going to make money, it's going to sell, why not do it? And I feel like this is honestly, this could be the best Batman we've ever seen on screen. Robert Pattinson, I've always had faith in him. If you guys watched my video on my old channel that doesn't exist anymore, you know I said I have faith that he's going to be incredible as Batman. And from the looks of it, what we saw in that teaser trailer, it got me even more hyped. But guys, let me know your thoughts below. What do you want to see in the Batman? What do you really want to see? Like I said, I just want it to be completely different than what we've seen so far. A different take, different iteration of the character. That's all I want. You can have tiny little similarities, but just make it different. And I know Rob is going to do an incredible job as Bruce Wayne and Batman. But guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more, and I will see you guys in the next one.